This video is about sounding good. Now, what do I mean by that? If you are, for example, learning a language, in fact, before you even start to learn a language, you'll have your native voice, the way that you always sound since you've been a kid. And you're going to go through your life, and unless you do something dramatic, you're always going to sound like that all the way through your life. So how are you going to change the way that you sound? Now, you might be in your first language, your native language, able to speak very quickly, and you might even have a very muted tone. So you might be like, all right, guys, yeah, fine, and that communicates with the people you know because they know your body language. But of course, you might get into a job interview, and then you're in the job interview, you're like, oh, good evening, everybody. Good morning, everybody. My name is such and such. I do this. And all of a sudden, you become aware of the way that you speak. And you start talking in a different way. Not the way you talk to your friends, but in this formal way. And it's very uncomfortable because you become so aware, oh, I sound a bit strange. I sound very formal. And you can't relax. How are you going to change the way that you speak? I guess what I'm saying is that we're all pretty tense. The first thing really, you've got to loosen up. And you might do some exercise. Who knows, you might do some yoga, or you might run around the block. Or what I'm saying is you might just like get your voice warmed up. Do some, I don't saying singing, but just get a note. Okay, so a bit weird, but I feel a bit better. I feel warmed up. My face is getting a bit warmer. And now I'm going to the job interview, sitting down. Hi, folks. No. It's like a slightly different voice, right? Because it's warmed up. If we're going to change the way we speak in another language, is it the same thing? Of course it's the same thing. We get into the other language and we're like, oh, I'm thinking about the words. I'm thinking about the meaning. I'm thinking about the vocabulary. I'm thinking about so many things. We can't relax. We become so stiff. Just keep it simple. Just get a few words down. Relax. But as I say, think about the sound you're making and the expressions that you're making. So breathing, yeah, but just get yourself warmed up. Get these vocal cords warmed up so that you can at least project your voice and have, it's a bit like a trombone or a trumpet. Get yourself warmed up. Maybe do a bit of dancing beforehand. That'll help you, because really it's like this instrument here. It can't be tight. You can't talk like this. You've got to warm everything up and be ready to project. Okay, so I was going to say, don't try this at home. Do try this at home. You might want to be in the house by yourself when you're singing along, but at least you're doing something which is going to help you change the way that you sound.